Hello, a very good morning. Welcome to the Morning Focus Mega News, 6 live and direct from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate. My name is El Samuels. The headlines. On the international front, more than 40 kidnapped children and teachers freed in Nigeria, armed operation. In business, Ghana's economic recovery sparks fresh investment optimism. President Mahama vows Accra will bounce back stronger after flood cleanup. There's a many more other stories coming up. The news is also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. The President, John Dramani Mahama, has assured residents that Accra will emerge stronger following the nation's flood cleanup exercise, reaffirming his government commitment to restoring the affected communities, improving sanitation and strengthening flood prevention measures. President John Dramani Mahama says Accra will rise stronger after the recent floods as government intensify efforts to restore the capital through a nationwide cleanup exercise. The president praised the commitment of volunteers, security agencies, local assemblies and community groups who participated in the exercise, describing the collective efforts as a demonstration of national unity and resilience. He stressed that the cleanup is only the beginning of a broader strategy to improve sanitation, enhance drainage infrastructure, enforce environmental regulations, and reduce the risk of future flooding. President Mahama also urged residents to play their part by keeping their surroundings clean, avoiding indiscriminate dumping of refuse, and supporting initiatives aimed at building a cleaner, safer, and more resilient Accra. The president expressed confidence that through collaboration between government and citizens, the capital will recover stronger and better prepared for the future. The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, has reaffirmed government's determination to sustain the nationwide cleanup campaign, declaring that authorities will not relent until Accra becomes cleaner, safer, and more resilient. The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, says government cleanup campaign in Accra is not a one-day exercise but the beginning of a sustained national sanitation drive. According to the minister, the initiative is aimed at restoring cleanliness across the capital, preventing flooding, and promoting healthier communities through improved waste management and environmental responsibility. He emphasized that the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies will continue to enforce sanitation bylaws whilst working closely with resident sanitation agencies and community volunteers to maintain clean public space. The minister also called on Ghanaians to embrace a culture of cleanliness by disposing of waste responsibly and supporting efforts to keep drains and waterways free from refuge. He assured the public that government remains committed to making sanitation a national priority and will continue to intensify cleanup exercises across the country.
And to give freedom that they should bring the refuse for free. Everybody is bringing just the refuse left, right, center. And therefore all the streets across the country, and especially in Accra, the more you evacuate, the more they bring. And I'm happy that today you've come again. But myself and my sister, the regional minister, with the MPs and the MMDCs, even today, being the second day, we are not going to relent. We are going to continue. We may therefore need additional intervention that the transfer station openings should not end today. Because if you close it today, they will continue to be keeping the refuse in their houses. And we don't know when the next rain is coming. When the rain is coming, then they will come and be putting them into the gutters. So clearly, once we create that access, the stations will be opened, and within the next 1 week, or 10 days, Your Excellency, even tomorrow, your Pentecost elder, I will not go to church. Tomorrow, Manchester service will be held here. We will come and make sure that we do the evacuation until we finish to bring you the report that you want. And I think that you will be of the view that we clean, after that we sweep, and all those kind of things. We will do it to your expectation, but a report will be brought. Thank you for your distinguished and excellent leadership.
And so with the flooding incident, the Ghana Health Service says there is current no cholera outbreak following the recent flood, but is urging the public to remain vigilant and strictly observe hygiene and sanitation measures to prevent the spread of the waterborne diseases. The Ghana Health Service has assured the public that no cholera outbreak has been recorded in the aftermath of the recent floods. Health officials say surveillance has been intensified in flood-affected communities, with rapid response teams monitoring for any signs of cholera and other waterborne diseases. The service is, however, urging residents to remain cautious by drinking safe or treated water, maintaining proper hand hygiene, consuming well-cooked food, and avoiding contact with contaminated flood waters. It also advised the public to seek immediate medical attention if they experience symptoms such as a severe diarrhea, vomiting, or dehydration. The Ghana Health Service says preventing a cholera outbreak will require the collective efforts of government, health authorities, local assemblies, and the public through strict adherence to good sanitation and hygiene practices. Away from that, we go straight to the business front, where Ghana's improving economic outlook is boosting investor confidence, with government highlighting stronger macroeconomic indicators, easing inflation, and ongoing reforms as key drivers of new interest from both local and foreign investors. Ghana's economic recovery is generating renewed optimism among investors as recent gains in key economic indicators strengthen confidence in the country's growth prospect. Government says measures to stabilize the economy, reduce inflation, restore fiscal discipline, and strengthen the cedi are beginning to yield positive results, creating a more attractive environment for investment. Officials believe the renewed confidence will encourage increased foreign direct investment, expand business opportunities, and support job creation across critical sectors including agriculture, manufacturing, energy, mining, and technology. The government has also reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining sound economic policies and creating a business-friendly environment that supports private sector growth and a long-term economic resilience. Analysts say sustained reforms, policy consistency, and investor confidence will be critical in ensuring Ghana's economic recovery translates into inclusive growth and improved living standards for citizens. On a foreign front, more than 40 children and teachers who were abducted by armed gunmen have been rescued by the Nigerian military following a coordinated security operation, marking another breakthrough in its efforts to combat kidnapping and insecurity in the parts of the country. More than 40 kidnapped children and teachers have been rescued by the Nigerian military following a successful security operation. The victims were freed after troops launched a coordinated mission targeting the armed group responsible for the abduction. Security officials say the operation was carried out without compromising the safety of those held captive. The rescued children and teachers are receiving medical attention and psychological support whilst authorities work to reunite them with their families. The military says efforts are continuing to track down the kidnappers and dismantle the criminal network responsible for attacks on schools and communities. Kidnapping for ransom remains a major security challenge in parts of Nigeria, prompting authorities to intensify military operations and strengthen measures to protect schools and vulnerable communities. And as of for this morning's Mega News at 6 News and Direct from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension. But before we take leave of you, a recap of the stories making headlines. On the international front, more than 40 kidnapped children and teachers freed in Nigeria armed operation. In business, Ghana's economic recovery sparks fresh investment optimism. President Mahama vows Accra will bounce back stronger after flood cleanup. For more news, log on to MBN 360. My name is El Samuel. Sports Update is up next.